She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. What's going on? This is Shane Thomas, ready to show you another acoustic guitar country classic. This time we are going to learn Waylon Jennings' Good-Hearted Woman. Came out in 1972, written by Waylon Jennings. There's a famous story that Waylon joined Willie Nelson in a poker game, and they kind of exchanged some ideas about the song. So Willie might have helped him out a little bit, but it's primarily attributed to Waylon Jennings. And they re-released the song, or released the song again, and in 1976, I believe it was. And that's the one where you hear Willie on it, and you got the crowd at the live version. That's very popular and famous. So, and that's a song that's really credited for kicking off the Outlaw Country movement and really helped establish Willie and Waylon as the face of that movement. And of course, they're two of the biggest superstars ever in country music and two of the biggest influences on me and a lot of people out there in country music. So we're going to learn this song. You're going to be strumming along to this song in no time at all. It's a very simple song. It's one of those DAG songs, which means it's D, A, G are the chords. And I'll show you how to play that. Show you the strumming pattern. The song structure is very easy. All we got is the intro, which is very short. Verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus. And that's pretty much it. You just kind of repeat the chorus. And then they fade out. There is a little key change. I'll get to that. I'll show you that. But you don't necessarily have to play that if you don't want to. But in the original song, he does change key from D to E major, D major to E major. So let's take it one piece at a time. Very simple. It's in the key of D. Strumming pattern first is just, this is very, very common in country music. You just got, especially in Waylon's music, you hear this boom, 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 that bass boom, boom. On the guitar, you can basically just hit that 4-string when you play the D chord. So the D chord is 1st string. Put your middle finger on the 2nd fret, skip the 2nd string, put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret, on the 3rd string, and put your ring finger in between on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and play that. So basically what I'm doing there, 4th string, 5th string, 4th string. So when you strum, you can do that. Now that takes some practice if you're just learning the guitar. Just kind of get that alternating. But that is pretty characteristic of this song. Or if you strum along, you can do it like that. But the main thing is, just try to, if you're listening, playing along with the record or the video, just try to tune your ears to what you're hearing. All right, so D is our 1st chord. And so the song just starts. Just the intro is just in D. And Waylon, with that distinctive voice, starts singing. Verse 1. See that? A long time forgotten, our dreams just fell by the way. All right, so now we're on G, a new chord. G, one of the most simple chords to make. I made a video about 2 of the simplest chords to make. 2 of those chords are in this song, the D, or the G, and the A. All right, so the G chord, put your 3rd finger or 2nd finger, depends on how you want to play it. But the longest something's pressing down on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Then you put another finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, on the B note right there. So, all right, so we got Third fret pressed down on the 6th string, 2nd fret pressed down on the 5th string. Played the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings open, but pressed down that G note, which is the 3rd fret of the 1st string. All right? So far we got a long time forgotten, dreams just fell by the way. Just keep that same strumming pattern. Or if you're, see, I can't do it. I'm so used to playing it like that, like the record. Then you go down to A, another simple chord. You can either do that with one finger. Make sure you play the 1st string open, but press down the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. But this is important. Play that 5th string open. And that's your A chord. You can also put, 3 fingers on it, 1, 2, and 3 on it if you wanted to. 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. As long as the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string is pressed down on that 2nd fret. That's how you do it. All right, so let's continue with the verse, or repeat the part of the verse we've learned so far. A long time forgotten D, dreams just fell by the G. Stay on the G. There's that A we just learned. Good life he promised ain't what she's living today. Back to D. But she never complains the bad times or the bad things he's done, Lord. G. She just thinks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. Back to D. All right, so D, G, A, D. And that's your verse, all right? So now, remember, it's verse 1, chorus. Now we're at the chorus. She's a good-hearted woman. D, love with a good timing man. G, stay there. Now, she loves him in spite, back or down to A. She don't understand. D. Through teardrops, still on D. Password through this world, hand in hand. G. A. Good time, good-hearted woman. Love with a good timing man. It's kind of wild when I do these videos. These songs are ingrained in me so much. And I do it on instinct. So when I slow down the tempo or have to think about things, it's wild. Sometimes I get the words in the wrong spots, and it's kind of wild. I'm just so used to doing it in time, just not even thinking about it. And you'll get to that point too. If you keep practicing and you play these songs over and over, it's almost like blinking or breathing. You just second nature. You're playing the chords and you're singing the words, and you don't think about really what you're singing. Sometimes they just come out. It's the coolest thing. It's mysterious and cool. I love it. All right, so that's the chorus. Let's do the chorus again. She's a good-hearted D in love with a good timing man. G. She loves him A, in spite of ways she don't understand. D. Through teardrops and laughter, she'll pass through this world hand in hand. G. A good-hearted woman in love with a good timing man. Back to D. Remember, D is our root chord. That's the key we're in, so we always come back to D. We go back home to D, all right? So there we go. Verse 1, chorus. All we got to do is learn the words to verse 2 and repeat the chorus, and that's pretty much it. So verse 2. He likes the bright lights, night life, good time and friends. Same chords. When the party's all over, A, she'll welcome him home again. So stay on the D. Do the best that you can. G. Good-hearted woman in love with this good-timing man. And repeat the chorus. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. G. Loves him in spite of the ways don't understand. Now it's interesting. So I kind of, when I was doing that, I felt like I was going a little bit too fast. So in my mind, I hear the song. So I'm like, all right, I need to slow down. So, there for a while, I was getting into it and probably going a little faster than the original recording. So you just play it how you feel. If you want to try to match the recording, that's great. But it's the same kind of alternating bass notes. And just kind of get in the mood. And you got to be an actor sometimes when you're playing music. You just kind of get your thoughts and try to get a sense of what the song says and like the mood of the song. All right, so there we go. Verse 1, chorus. Verse 2, he likes the bright lights, that verse. And then you repeat the chorus. And then if you want, you could just play the D, G, and A. But in the recording, he goes up a step. And if you want to sound like the recording, that's totally up to you if you're playing along with the recording, the video. So basically, if you look at a piano, if you're doing, your notes, musical notes, then the next step up, whole step up from D is E. So we were originally in D. On the record, she's a good-hearted woman. He just goes up a key. So the next step would be, whole step would be the key of E, but the same chord pattern is the same. So your D becomes an E chord, your G becomes an A chord, and your A chord becomes a B chord. So to me, that's kind of cool. I'm not a music theory expert or anything, but you just you substitute the D. What's one chord up from, or note up from D? Remember the A, B, C, D, E, F, G of your musical notes. The next step up is E. So if we're on G, in musical terms, the next letter after a G is A. That's the next step up. And then the next step up from A, B. So if you're doing a key change, if you want to play along with the song, that's how it goes. So, she's a good-hearted woman, E, love with a good-timing man. And if you want it out real quick, I'll show you the chords, or how you play an E chord. Play the 6th string open, the 5th string, and the 4th string. You press down on the 2nd fret, and then press down on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. That's an E. Play everything else open. You already know the A, because we just learned that one. Now the B chord, which is kind of a difficult chord for people just starting out playing guitar. Basically, you put your 1st finger on the 5th string, all the strings besides the 6th string, and then you somehow manage to put that ring finger on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string on the 4th fret, but still play the 1st string, right? So that's the tricky part. Sometimes you'll hear that buzzing, or you press down on the 3rd fret, but that's how you play the B. So, good-hearted woman in love, E, with a good time in A. Go to B, back to E. So if you want to get super fancy and change up the keys, that's how you do it if you want to play along with the record. Another thing, you see Willie Nelson do this a lot, or Waylon did it a little bit too, is adding, and remember, if you're just learning, just get the chords and strumming pattern down. But the more you practice, you might add some little fillers like that. Like that. So that's basically the open fifth string, the A string, B note on the second fret and fourth fret of the fifth string, and then play that fourth string open. So you can fool around with that, or like when I was playing in the intro. So eventually you can add your own flavor, your own little licks and creativity to this song. But let's keep it simple, because simple songs are classic songs and wonderful. Some of the best songs ever are so simple, just like this one is. 3 chords, the D, the G, the A. One of my DAG songs is all you need to do. Just kind of practice that rhythm, alternating the different bass notes, and you'll get it. You'll get it, and you'll be impressing yourself, your family, your friends, and you can sing this simple but classic song for years to come. Good-Hearted Woman by Waylon Jennings. Thank you, Waylon, for not only this song, but all those songs you have given us and that we still sing today. And you all, if you have any requests or you want any certain songs that you want to learn, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I'd be happy to make them. And if you want, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get all the latest guitar lessons and guitar tutorials as I publish them, all right? You all take care. Keep humming and strumming. And thank you to all you good-hearted women out there. Till next time, I'm Shane Thomas.